After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 199.
Yep.
Yay. It is Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016. Wow. I finally said it. I've been writing 2013 on and off all year. Very
Really?
strange. Okay, so anyway, let's try this
So we
again.
went back 2 years instead of going forward 1 year?
3.
Well, it would have been, from 2015, it would have been 2 years.
Anyway, it is not 2016. It's 2013, but it is a Wednesday.
Wait!
What?
You said it's not 2016.
Are you all confuzzled?
It's not 2013, it's 2016.
What she said, because my tongue doesn't want to say that, apparently. Okay.
Is there something important that we're supposed to have done in 2013 at this time?
I do not know.
Is that the first Autism Awareness?
Might have been.
This is our third one, right?
Our fourth.
Okay, well then maybe not, because
I think it's our fourth one.
that would have been our second Autism Awareness then.
I think it's our fourth one. Anyway, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 199.
Are you going to be... Do you need to get tea?
I do. Oops is a bunny 10 times. Apologize for the slurping. It's hot. Okay.
Wait, I thought you like it hot. I thought
do.
you like it scalding your mouth off hot.
I do, but it's still hot. Anyway, so welcome to the Woman Cave, the PHN Foon Woman Cave. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. I know what day it is and what...
It's Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016.
You know the year! So careful with the little fists.
Yes. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Watch your nap there.
What's wrong?
Yeah. We want to thank you for joining us. Yay. We're glad to have you with us. For those of you who are returning, thank you for rejoining us. And for those of you who are new, welcome. We're glad to have you with us. And again, if you are in the shadows, as I always say, please come out. Feel free to join the Ravelry group officially. Subscribe on YouTube. We want you to be able to... We want you to be able to be eligible for prizes and such, but you have to be part of the Ravelry group to do that. You can take part, but you can't win prizes unless you're part of the Ravelry group.
Side note, we were trying to figure... Side note, we were trying to figure out where the shadow... Was that Baldwin?
Yes.
Okay. We were trying to figure out who played in Hunt for October, and we couldn't remember who played. We couldn't remember if it was who did Harrison Fair.
Who we?
Bill and I.
Oh, Bill.
I got forgiveness for not watching Ben-Hur because I watched Hunt for October, but I still need to watch it.
I would say something, but he might watch the podcast.
He'll never watch the podcast.
He won't. Not unless we tell him that our truck is in it. But anyway.
But okay, it came to my mind, so I had to say something because you said shadow.
Because open mouth, insert foot. No. What is it when you just have a thought and... Pshoo.
Oh, no filter?
Yes, no filter. Okay. New members. We do have some. We have, makes me happy, Bloss Spinner, who is Barb. It makes me very happy. I like that name.
Awesome.
Welcome, Barb. And Miss Gradients, who's Samantha. Welcome, Samantha. And I believe Samantha, I don't know if she's a designer or she's a dyer.
That sounds like she'd be a dyer.
It sounds like she's a dyer, but maybe she does both. I'm not sure. Welcome, Samantha. Welcome to both of you. We're glad to have you with us officially. And like I said, anyone who's in the shadows, please join us officially. We'd love to have you with us.
I'm not sure if I like how my hair looks today. I might have to hat it.
I know my hair looks awful today, too.
Well, I did one of those roll out and...
Okay. Before we go any further with stuff, with the other stuff, this is Shannon's book. We talked about it last week. It is doing really well in the giveaway thread. It's a wonderful book. I'm I'm really interested to see which things that people really like to make. Now, this book is by Shannon Bullitt Bowlesby. He did the other book we reviewed as well. And this is just as well put together as the other book. There are several skill levels. All the sizes are from small to 5X, which is really nice for people who have a hard time getting the right fit.
Because it gives you options.
It does.
There are shrugs in there too.
Yes, there are shrugs and sweaters. I wanted to show. Sorry. So you can see the subs. I don't know if you can see this. I think it's, yeah, you can see this. There's shrugs, there's cardigans, there's pullovers, and there's wraps. It
sounded like you're saying rats.
Yes, there's rats, like Ratigan. As always, he's got, well, let's look at the patterns, and then we can talk about the way he sets up the patterns later, next week. This was one of the ones that seems to be a favorite, and I'll probably show it again later, but is that sweater right there, the red sweater. It's beautiful. I think it's got some kind of cables or something in the back. Absolutely gorgeous. I like that a lot. Here we go. So the shrugs, got this one here, which is a sleeve shrug. And this, this is experienced. So he's got from beginner, like easy, to experienced. So you can be challenged, or not so much. Like this one's an intermediate shrug, and it's a little bit longer. So it's got something for everybody. That's called the cocoon shrug. I like this. It's called the wrap front shrug, and it looks like it's maybe a cross between a shrug and a shawl, or a cross.
It looks almost shawl.
Or a shawl and either shawl and a shrug, or maybe a scarf and a shrug. And that one is called the wrap front shrug. Okay, then you have cardigans here. And there's the one, this is the one that we saw where she was kneeling down. That's another view of it. I just think that is the most beautiful sweater.
Yeah.
And this is
all these are crocheted.
These are all crocheted. Let's see here. And let's see. This one got a lot of likes so far as an answer to the prompt. This is the back of it.
I think this is one that I really liked.
I like this one too. It was the first one that caught my eye before I saw the red one. It's got some really nice detailing in it, and like, I don't know what you call, it doesn't show the front of it here, but I have the front of it, I think, on the thread. Let's see if it's, maybe it's back here. Yeah, here it is. As you can see that. It's very nice. I like his open sweaters, the ones without buttons. They hang really nicely on you. They fall very nicely.
That's why you've made one of these open ones.
Yeah, my green and this is unusual.
Your dragonfly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this. It's classified as a cardigan. I would almost classify it as
a shrug.
As a shrug, or some kind of wrap. But it looks very light for just when you need a little bit of warmth if it's chilly. Pullovers. I like this. I like the stitches on this. Do you see it, Ty?
Yes. Oh, it's kind of like it's a basket weave.
Yeah, it looks like a basket weave of some kind. They call it T-top. And again, like all the others, it comes. This is the circle top. Now that one you'd have to wear something under it.
Yeah, and you'd have to be careful how you wear it, I think.
I would love, and he's going to shoot me, but I would love to wear something like that over a bathing suit. Or something, You'd have to make it in the right, like cotton or something for that. It'd have to be a little longer. But it's very nice. I mean, here's a lady in a different size, and you can see it's flattering on her as well. I like this one. It looks strange this way, but it really, really hangs nice. I'll show you the other picture, the rectangle top. This is another one that I said, oh, I like this one. It looks like this on, and I really like that. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Oh, I think this is the same one, and that's a really nice. That's a really nice picture of how it looks. Let me see it. Now he has some really nice sleeveless. If you can pull a sleeveless off, I don't think I can, but that's one of them. this woman can definitely pull off anything she wants to wear. Trying to find.
I like that one.
I like this one too. I just want to find the better view of it. I guess this is it.
I think it has a good view of it.
This sweater here is really nice. The cowl neck tunic. And that's a longer one. You could, if you made that longer, you could probably make it a dress.
Probably. It's nice.
It's
closed.
Yeah, it's closed. And these are it's a circle. This is a circle wrap. This is what that other one kind of reminded me of, but it was a sweater. And this is another one that's, maybe you just need a little extra warmth, or maybe just a little style. Very pretty, the way it looks on her. I like this one. It's called the mainsail wrap. So he's got a ton of patterns in here.
And he always does.
He always does. And we'll discuss his directions and stuff next week. But when we close, and then we'll close it up on the 15th. So we show when you finish. We're sure everybody has had chance. But look at that. That's kind of a I don't know, cardigan wrappy kind of thing. It's kind of flowy. I think it has armholes to it. I think. Yes, it does. It's kind of unusual. This is kind of cute. It looks like something you'd wear over a formal or something.
It does.
Like for a wedding or a prom
Easter.
or something, Easter. For something that, sometimes it gets cold in the church or gets cold.
I bet it's a quick crochet too.
I bet it is. It's easy. It says easy.
Too bad we're not going to get the book away before Easter.
That's the front one.
Because that would have been nice for Easter.
Yeah, and I believe this is available now on Amazon. So if you're going to have a chance to win this one, but if you don't want to wait, it is on Amazon.
Like if you wanted to make that for your Easter dress.
Right.
I mean, you'd still have to kind of rush because Easter's...
Yeah, they wouldn't get it in time.
Yeah.
But...
well, you can't.
Well, you might.
Maybe they're Amazon Prime and they one day it and...
Yeah, well, some of you guys are pretty fast. Macrame look. It looks like it might be in motifs. I'm not sure. But there's a variety of skill levels in here and a variety of different styles. Okay, and then he goes into special techniques. We'll talk about that later. So, as you can see, there's several... I think there's over 20 patterns in here. That it's well photographed, and we'll talk about the photographs and the instructions and stuff next week. But I just wanted to give you a good look inside this book. Crochet Geometry by Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby. It's a very, very well put together book, and we have a thread up for it if you want to try to win it. Again, if you don't want to wait for it, it is up on Amazon, I believe. I know it's available as of March 1st. If you can't find it, just click on one of the patterns, and it'll take you to the pattern. Then maybe you can find the book from there. So, yes, that's that. Okay.
What's in your mug?
I have chai tea. I was going to have some of our new tea, but I wasn't feeling well this morning, so I didn't want to play with that. So.
Uh-oh, you're going to make Mama Sue worried.
No, Sue, Mama Sue, poor Sue. Sue understands the reference. I had a nice conversation with her, and she understands the reference, Mama Sue. I appreciate her getting in touch with me. It made me feel good. No, Sue, I think I ate something that was a little past the date, and it made my stomach queasy and gave me a bit of a headache. So I'm not sick. I'm just getting over
that cornbread was questionable when it came home.
I think so.
I didn't. It tasted funky.
Well, I wish you had told me that before.
Well, no, I didn't mean that kind of funky. I just thought it wasn't very good.
Well, that doesn't mean it's bad, though.
No, that's why I didn't say anything, because I thought it just tasted funky.
Because we ate the buttermilk biscuits; those were fine. But I ate one of the cornbread yesterday because I didn't want to waste it.
I thought I just didn't like their cornbread.
No, it's not very good, and so I had to dump it because I was not feeling well this morning. So I just decided I wasn't going to press it with my my food choices today. I'm going to have chai tea in my St. Paul mug
and
today.
chai tea's her comfort food anyway. Yes. I have I left the container over there, but this is Plum Deluxe, and I believe this is the Oregon Breakfast Tea. This is the one that had come in a little sample. I went and got a big one because I enjoyed this one, and this one's actually decaffeinated.
I don't remember how to spell Shiba, guys. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I think it has a Z at the end.
Yeah, I have a Z at the end. I'm just not sure how it's spelled. Andy, I got my tea. Andy, right? Got my tea. with my order, and very excited. I just don't want to drink it today for reasons already mentioned. So very excited about that. I got some more of the dessert chocolate. I owe you money for that, by the way. Okay. All right. Next thing on
It's $7. It's not a big deal.
knitting games. I did want to mention the knitting games hosted by Spicy Homemaker, who is Melissa, and Brittany, who is D-Fly B, I think it is.
I think you're right.
She's from the Slip and Stitch podcast.
Is it just one T for Brittany?
I'm not sure. That's
okay, because I was going to say, I've never seen
it
it spelled that way.
Brittany, I may have spelled your name wrong, but we'll fix it.
Because even the place is 2 T's. Brittany.
Well, Brittany's not, though.
I thought it is.
Brittany Huey's not.
I guess you're right.
Okay, so anyway, Brittany from the Slip and Stitch podcast, she's D-Fly B, I think that's the whole name.
Well, with the A and Y, it's usually 2 T's.
Spicy Homemaker, who is Melissa, they're going really strong. They're funny. They've already done 2 Powerball challenges. The first one was missed, so the prize rolled over, and the person who won the second one won both the first days and the second one. So it was really nice. They've also done, I believe, 1 podcaster challenge and on their second viewer challenge. The first one was some kind of socks, and I think the second one some kind of socks as well. But I don't think it'll always be socks, but right now it is. Let's see what else. They have a lot of fun things planned that they keep hinting at. They don't tell us anything. Sometimes they tell us more than others, but it's fun to watch to see what they're up to.
It's 2 separate podcasts.
It is 2 separate podcasts, but they're both doing the knitting games, and they bring in other podcasters too. So to kind of get everybody in the community involved as much as possible.
They're very community oriented.
They are. They're fantastic about getting people involved and just making the most of the knitting and crocheting community. They do have, each of them has a WIP group, but all the FOs for this knitting games will be in this the Sip and Stitch podcast. Because Brittany's handling all the mathematics involved with the point system. And I'm not even going to attempt that. You guys will have to go to the threads over there to see what the rules are. But they're very clearly spelled out, and if you have a question, they're both very available. Both Melissa and Brittany are very available. So yeah, if you want to do that, I still have to post. I have WIPs.
Didn't you start stuff for it?
Well, I have stuff to post. And I even took pictures of some of it, but I didn't stop it before I poke you. I'm going to send you to Brittany, and Brittany will hit you with the bag she stole.
Brittany didn't steal the bag.
Not Brittany.
Blair stole the bag.
Yeah, Blair stole the bag.
I don't know which one she stole, but she stole it.
She did. Oh, you should see what she said she's going to do to your car.
What did she say she's going to do to my car?
Wow.
Which thread was that?
The same one.
Okay, I have to go and check it out.
Anyway, I still need to post to the knitting games. And if you want to get involved, you can double dip from our group to hers as long as it's okay with them. I don't think they'll have a problem with that, but, you know, check it out if you're concerned. And it's another way of maybe winning some fantastic prizes and still being really involved with a bunch of really fun people and podcasters and such. The 4th annual PHN Autism Awareness CAL has started. Or not
well,
has started.
No, it hasn't
Well,
started.
it has been posted, is what I want to say.
It doesn't start till
April 1st.
Fool's.
Yeah, April Fool's Day. Oh, speaking of April Fool's Day, and Melissa in her Swance dance that didn't happen, but she was so funny. It was so funny. But Melissa has issued a kind of a challenge to all of the podcasters to just kind of pick a really strange or not exactly flattering screenshot from your Pinhook and Needles or our podcast or whatever podcast you're on, and post it to Instagram around April 1st. And just, I think she has it tagged April 1st or something like that. We have to check the thread, but I'm like, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure I want to have, 50 million people see me really strange, but it'll be fun, I guess. So if you're a podcaster and you want to do that, check out the Spicy Homemaker
I probably work April 1st.
Thread, and well, it doesn't have to be on April 1st. It's just within a few
But that's
days.
my excuse. Don't take
But
away my
anyway,
excuse.
it's a Tuesday.
It's a Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday. You're not working.
But I work Thursday.
Anyway, she said if any podcasters would like to do that, she would love to see those pictures. Just make sure that you tag it properly on Instagram. I think you should go to her podcast to find out what that tag is. I'm not sure if it's April 1st or what it is, April Fool's or whatever it is. Because I was paying attention, but I didn't write it down.
Sure, you're paying
And
attention.
I don't remember things, so I don't write them
You
down.
just don't listen to people when they're talking.
That's not true.
It's so
Okay, the 4th annual PHN Autism Awareness CAL is getting ready to gear up in about a week and a half. It starts April 1st and ends June 30th, 2016. Our co-hosts are Heidi, who is Knitty Girl from Undead Yarn, and Laura, who is Crocheting Hoovian from the Hoovian Yarn Alliance group and the Crocheting Hoovian podcast. I think it's a Crochet Hoovian podcast, not ing.
You can follow the link.
You can follow the link from her thing here. Heidi, who is Undead Yarn, has once again put up her Autism Awareness yarn for the pre-orders for this CAL. It's the same colorway, but it always comes up slightly different, maybe even greatly different. The one she showed on the podcast looked completely different from the one I have on my shelf. So if you are new or if you want to support the Autism Awareness, I believe she's sending a percentage to one of the 20% to Autism Society. So that some of the proceeds will go to the Autism Society for that. We also have, and anyone who uses her yarn for a finished object will get 2 chances at a prize. We also had Miss World, who is Amy. She contacted me just before the podcast today, and she has the pattern called Autism Awareness Bear and Weighted Lap Pad. And those of you who have been a part of our group for a while, since last year, would have seen this pattern because I think she developed it then. She developed it for our CAL.
Yeah, I remember when she developed it. I can't remember what year it was.
I remember. I think it was probably last year because she said it was for our CAL, and if she did the year before, she would have said something earlier for the last one.
I remember when it came out.
I remember when it came out too, and it was like in the middle of the CAL. So she's making it available at a discount, $1 discount for everybody for the month of April. She says she does that every year, but for us, for PHN viewers, she is giving us a discount code which will be on the thread, so that throughout the CAL, through, I think she said through June 30th, if you want to buy that pattern. And it is a set. It has a bear and a little kind of heavy-weighted blanket kind of thing, a little small, kind of like a snuggly.
It helps with sensory.
Sensory, yeah. If you want to get that, you can get the $1 off through June 30th because she's awesome that way. And so she's given us a coupon code for that, and it is in the thread because I don't know if she wants it all across everywhere since it's just for PHN.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Amy. It's a super cute pattern.
It is.
It really is. Okay, as I said, it's up. I'm not going to go through the prizes right now because I'm running a little long with the stuff we did for Shannon. Suffice to say that we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I told you about the other ones. Amy, Miss World, also donated a pattern, 1 copy of her Autism Awareness Bear and Weighted Lap Pad as a prize. So we have that, and we have some prizes coming in, which is amazing, because with you guys, we're able to give some wonderful prizes. We couldn't do it on our own. So thank you very much for that. All right. We have some that are coming in that I'm not going to mention just yet. We'll mention them as they come. All right, so we're back. We're at the sweater shawl along. Wow. Finally.
I know.
Sweater shawl along. Doing great.
SS along?
The sweater shawl along, the PHN SS along, and the Undead Yarn S along for the shawls. It's almost over. You have about a week or a little over a week. Actually, it's exactly a week. It's the 23rd today. But some of you are really speedy. You might be able to get a shawl in, another shawl in, or even 2. Plus the whips and the sweaters that are finishing up. You guys are amazing. Some of those projects are absolutely... I mean, Rose Bob did this lace shawl that I just kind of went, you've got to be kidding. It was absolutely gorgeous. I would have pulled my hair out. It was absolutely beautiful. So that's, let's see here. 1 whip per project per week, 1 FO per project.
Our normal rules.
Our normal rules. Heidi may have slightly different rules. For her along, Andrew Sue Knits and Booker Stitcher, who are also co-hosting for the shawl along. That's Heidi's Undead Yarn shawl along. They may have slightly different rules, but there will be prizes across the board. We will be pulling prizes separately for each of the alongs, our sweater shawl along and the Undead shawl along, so we'll clear the generator so that everybody gets the chances that they deserve. All right, and we do have a couple of pattern prizes for Heidi's along.
Yes.
All right.
that brings us into...
That's the long way around to get into our whip.
You wanted to talk about...
Oh, I did. This is a PSA, public service announcement. I received an email from Miss World. Miss World? That's what I said Amy was, right?
Yes.
And I went to do something with it and came back to see about answering her or whatever it was, and I got an email from PayPal. Okay. And the email says, "Dear customer, please be aware that your PayPal account expires in less than 48 hours. It is indispensable to perform an audit on your data is present. Otherwise, your account will be destroyed. Just click on the link below. Click here. We request verification whenever an email address is selected as an account at PayPal. Your account cannot be used until you verify it. Thanks, PayPal support." This came into my email. Now, I was suspicious, okay, because there's no name. There's no pertinent information. There's no anything that indicates they know who I am. And they should if I'm a PayPal customer and they're PayPal support. So I did not click anywhere. If you receive something like this, and I'm sure most of you know this already, but in case you don't, if you receive an email like this and you don't know where it's from, don't click on the links. Okay? I went to the PayPal site. I found contact me first. I found on email and did what they told me was to forward this without clicking on anything. So I did that. And then I found their 800 number, actually an 888 number, and called and went through what they told me to do, which is essentially the same. And then they sent me a verification. And then I dumped this. Okay? I trashed it. You do not want to give them any way of getting into your information. I just wanted you to be aware that there are people out there who are phishing or phishing, whatever it's called, and I'm sure that the co-hosts from Stockinette Zombies could tell me they're into computers, or trolling or whatever it is. They're looking for any way to get into your bank accounts or anything like that. So be very careful. PayPal said if they don't have your full name, if they don't have your account number, if they don't have any of that stuff, don't do it. And send the information to PayPal. They have a special place where you go and they tell you where to send it, and they will send you verification. And personally, I called as well to make sure, because I didn't want my PayPal freezing up. But you should be aware, because I know a lot of you use PayPal, and I don't want you to get burned.
Yeah.
So please, be very careful, not just from PayPal, but from anyone that sends something like this. If you don't think it's legitimate, it probably isn't. So just check it out first. My PSA, our PSA for today. Okay, moving on.
Indeed. How many projects?
I think I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's see, I
didn't think I was going to have that many this time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So.
Okay, I guess I go first.
I guess you do.
The thing I most wanted to work on this week was my Lothlorien shawl, because I really want to finish it. This is my Yowza Way at 3. I mean, I feel like a challenge has been issued silently, because Melissa did her shawl like this, and I'm still working on mine.
What's your problem? Oh my god.
So here's mine. I'm really close. You can see the ribbing now. I think I might have a couple more rows of ribbing to do before I can stop.
Yeah, once that mistake was fixed, you were fine.
Yeah, it's just a matter of seeing what I'm doing. So it's moving along well. This is made in, this is by Susan B. Anderson, and I'm using Chai Gu Res US 8s. They're fixed circulars, and Miss Babs Yowza Way to Skate in the Pangea colorway. And this is still a fun knit. I enjoy it very much. I'm just wanting this border to be done so I can work on the other one and finish it, so I can have 2 Yowza shawls, which may or may not both stay with me, but we'll see. And this is sitting in my Ploverbird Owls bag that Davina got me last couple of Christmases ago. Okay.
You have to go again.
I do have to go again. And this is my other Yowza. It's in my other Owls bag, because I like owls.
No, you don't. I hate owls.
I do. Never too many owl bags, Valeria.
think Brittany was the one who was like, don't you guys have enough?
That was
Blair. Okay.
That was Blair.
We're going to attribute things that Blair say to Brittany just because.
Just because we want to. So I made a little progress on this. I think I only did a couple rows on this because I was working on the other one. But there it is. And this is also Miss Babs Yow's, and this is in the Grand Dream colorway, I believe.
It's so pretty. Like I said last week, it makes me think of ink.
It does.
Like from an ink pen.
I think it's Dan who's doing something in this a similar color like this. Not the same, but
Not the
similar.
same, but similar. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think Dan is using... Dan,
I need to catch up on PLOP.
I have to do too. I'm in the middle of their last podcast, but I have to catch up on their PLOP. So Dan, if you could tell me what color you're working on and what the yarn is, I'd like to know, because I'm inquiring.
Inquiring minds wants to know.
Inquiring mind wants to know. I can't talk today, so you'll have to excuse me.
I refuse to excuse you.
And since I put Dan down, I'm going to put Kay down too.
Okay, well, we'll talk. I usually talk about Kate during the blankets and shawls.
Yeah, I know I'm going to talk about Tilly in a little bit too, so.
Okay. You got the 3 down?
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so this is going to be the easy one for me. In my bag. Oops. Funny.
My tea is getting cold. Why is my tea getting cold?
Presumably because you're not drinking it. It fall down. Oh, that's what fell down. Oh, it fell down.
Yarn down?
Yarn down. It's dumping baby yarn balls.
You're supposed to be talking about stuff.
The yarn balls. They fall down.
They won't go anywhere.
It was running away. There. Okay.
I know with it. Valeria wants to know how you trained your bags to come back.
They come back out of fear and being bribed with promises that I don't intend to keep.
I told her that your bags would come back. I said that she would have problems if one of the bag or the project wanted to stay, and then the other one wanted to go.
Where's Lear having all these conversations I'm missing? She must have been chatty when I went to work.
No, it was one conversation. I told her she had to do Marcus of Queensberry rules, and she laughed at me.
Okay, in the Silver Shed Froggy bag is the design in progress. And that's the most you can see of it.
I need to warm up my tea.
Alright, guys.
Okay.
Is everyone ready to catch?
Who got it that time?
I'm not sure. We'll have to find out.
I guess. Okay. Pink Tober. In my French Lady's bag from Knitting's My Bag by the lovely Lois is my pink Tober shawl, which I didn't do a whole lot of work on. I think I'm in the middle of a row. I am in the middle of a row. I'm pulling a Lindsay.
Although, you know, it used to be, that's actually a sign of improvement for you because you used to never stop in the middle of the row because you're too afraid that everyone's going to come off the needles or something.
I was afraid I wouldn't know what direction to go.
Yeah, so you've actually, that's a sign of great improvement for you. Yeah. Great, a change in your comfort level.
Yes. So there it is. This is my own yarn. Well, I didn't spin it, I dyed it. And I'm moving along on it. It's just, it's a plop. It is a, whoops.
If it goes in my bag, does it mean I get to keep it?
No.
Oh.
It's a plop. A plop. Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Tilly, which is a project in long-term, ongoing progress. Plop. Project in long-term, ongoing progress. Yes. There. Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Tilly.
Mm-hmm.
For the
we
comment.
will forget the next week.
Yes, we will. I have to have this. I have to have this with me. And it makes Kelly happy when we do this, so we can't figure it out. Okay, so here we go. And this is just going to be going on the needles for a while. I would like to finish it before next October, but we'll see. Maybe I will. There's not that much yarn left. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Let's see. I guess you can do, when you want to do 2 again, because you had 10, I had 7.
We can do it now.
Okay.
And then we just go. Let's see. Okay, I switched my bag for my Under the Mistletoe. This is in my Silver Shed, USA, PHN bag that Ann did for us. Lovely Ann did this for us. I love this
and
bag.
I get so many comments on, I have a little phone holder that I wear clipped to my hip, and it's made out of, well, the red version of this fabric. I get so many comments on it because people just happen to notice it when I'm at work.
I need to have her make me a Notions bag so I could put, like, you know, keys and change purse and things like that in my bag in this color, but I don't know if she still has the yarn or not.
It's not yarn.
I mean the fabric. I love this bag, and it made me sad not to be using it, so I took it out of the other bag and put it in this one because I wanted to use my 2X bag. I think I dropped something. I did. Okay. And this is, I've got my Lisette's Armoire clip on here because the blue one that we have doesn't fit these needles. And let's see if I can take this off. I'm not in the middle of the row for this one. I'm just all tangled up in my yarn. Go ahead and say it. I know you want to.
Tangled up, but it's red. It's not blue.
I know, but you want to say it. You know you do.
I actually wasn't paying attention to you. I was thinking about my Australian yarn.
Well, this is not Australian yarn.
So this is my Australian yarn here.
Okay, here we go. This is growing. I have a lot of this yarn, so I'm not sure how big this will be. It's acrylic, so I don't think it'll grow very long.
Go very stretch, you mean?
Hmm?
You mean you don't think it'll stretch?
I don't think it'll grow if I wash it anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's a really pretty color. I love this color. And it's basically, this is the Just Knitted Shawl by Susan Ashcroft. And if you haven't done Susan Ashcroft shawls, you should. They're not, I think she has probably for every level, because she has, I have several of them queued because they're beginner level. Mm-hmm. But they're not, they're not all straight garter stitch like this. She has interest in them as well. And she's a really good designer. I enjoy her patterns very much. And I'm using, this one, you can make in whatever yarn you want. You just have to have the applicable needles. So I'm enjoying this very much. If you are a new knitter, or you just want something that doesn't take up a lot of attention, you might want to consider that. My bad. I love my bag. Thank you, Anne.
So hang on, let me turn my show notes again. I think it's my project in that bag. Yep. This one wasn't getting any work, and then I had to keep an eye on a patient that I couldn't. Usually when there's a slow period at work, I'll study, but I had a patient I needed to monitor really closely. It was easier to knit than study while keep an eye on the patient from the nurse's station.
And you'll see that this is the same material,
yep,
only different colors.
Because this didn't require that much attention. This is.
I was so happy to see Laura, Crochet Hoovian, Crocheting Hoovian. She had the red and the blue in the 2X. It made me happy.
Silver Shed PHM bag. I have a phone carrier that matches. I can wear a clip to my hip. This is the Bullfinch Sock Knitter's Shawl pattern by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. And this is West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the colorway Bullfinch. And it is. Oh, this little white section's interesting.
Are they pretty? Huh. Like the under feathers.
Yeah. It's nowhere near your face.
Yeah.
So it is developing.
Developing what?
Into awesomeness.
An attitude? Thanks, when will you have an attitude?
So, it is getting there slowly but surely. I keep saying, I'm getting close to the edging.
It's like me with my weigh it. It's like, we're getting close, we're getting close. Someday we're going to come and finish it.
Well, if I actually focus on this, I'd probably get done quicker, but I only work on it when I'm about.
What are those?
Those are my next two skeins for the blanket.
That's not mine, is it?
Yes, it is.
They're that big?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. But after I finish these two skeins, because I like to keep your yarn in the center of the blanket, I need to start someone else's yarn because I'm getting past your section.
Right. That's fine.
Because I like to keep yours in the center. That's why I'm rolling up these. But yes.
Okay, so did you finish with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Hang on. All right, guys. This one's heavier. Catch.
I think you knocked somebody over.
I think so.
Okay, let me see. My next one is my Spring Baby Beanie. If I find which one is in here. He's in here. Yes. This is my Kiki Boo socks. I think this is sock size wedge that Denise gave me. She gave Talia and I each one. She gave us 4 bags, 2 for the podcast last year for Autism Awareness and 2 to choose, and we chose the wedge. the wedge bag. And
I was working baby hats out of it. These are my baby hat bag.
yeah, this is my baby hat bag. So here's the progress I've made. I don't have too far to go before I start my decreases on this. I really like the way the yarn is working out on this. I'm using, these are size 3s, 3.25 millimeter Chai Goose circulars. And the yarn is Baby Bee Sweet Delight Baby Yarn in the very cute colorway. It's got greens and purples and kind of a blue, tealish, more sky blue than teal. A little bit of olive in there. Very, very pretty yarn. And this is just acrylic, and it looks great for the baby hat.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have it upside down.
Baby
Bee
is awesome.
Goes like that. So
it's my preferred baby hat yarn.
yeah, I like it a lot. So
I haven't knit a 7th baby hat in a while.
I need to try that, but I don't. The thing that's stopping me from doing that is the fact that I have to use DPNs or something.
Yeah, because it is in the round.
Because it's in the round. So I wonder if I could adapt the pattern somehow. I mean, if I do it flat, I just have to.
You'd have to add a couple stitches to
yeah, for the seaming, probably
Mm-hmm.
garter stitches or something, and then you'd have to.
Isn't there like increasing stuff in this one though?
This one?
Yeah,
It's gonna be decreasing.
but it's not flats.
No, it goes like this, and it's gonna go like that.
Yeah.
And then you sew it. So, yeah, okay. Your turn.
Okay, so next is I didn't get a whole lot of work done on this particular one. It's On the Forest Floor by Simone Caritz. I think I probably got about a row. Well, actually, no, I spent one whole night working on it, so I probably got a few rows done on it. So where's back? This one. Yes, that bag, Silver Shed. Using Dragonfly fibers in the base Traveler and the colorways That Old Chestnut, Mushroom Hunting, and the Whale line. Let's see.
Make much progress on it?
Yes, I've only done a couple rows, but now I remember that I think the first night after one of my work, I think on Sunday night this is all I worked on. Or one night that was all I worked on. It was when Daredevil was released. That's all I worked on. Because I watched Daredevil. I binge watched Daredevil and worked on this.
Isn't that pretty?
So
Very pretty.
it is moving along. I'm looking forward to actually wearing this one.
Yeah, I need to start mine so I have mine by September, because it's not going to be done by September if I don't do some work on it.
No, it doesn't finish itself.
I don't know why not. I want all the credit, too.
You inspired it.
Yes, I did.
So
I terrified it.
it's a submission.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is quite a fun knit and quite a simple knit. The rows are definitely getting longer though.
Yeah. Let's think about shawls, unless you start with the long end. But I don't like to start with the long
No,
end
I don't
because
either.
then you can't
Cast
adjust
on.
it. I don't mind the cast on so much. I just don't like the fact that you can't adjust the length of it. Okay, this is my Mama C bag. Yay, my Mama C bag, which I love. And I had Talia look at this. It took, what, 5 seconds for you to determine what I did wrong on that edge. So I did about 3 or 4 rows last night on this. This is my Winter Storm shawl from the Terribly Simple Pattern by Caitlin French with 2 F's. Oops. It's a bunny. And I'm using US 8 5mm knit picks, Caspians. I love the Caspians. Some people were saying they didn't like the cords for some reason, but I don't find them any more difficult to work with than the harmonies. I really like them. And in fact, sometimes the harmonies will come undone, but this one I've been pretty lucky with so far.
I do remember having that issue with the harmonies.
I do, and that's why I switch to my Chai Goose sometimes.
Yeah.
I love my Chai Goose.
Chai Goose are consistent.
But anyway, here is, I did about
But you also
3
prefer
rows.
fixed.
I do. I don't like
Now,
the-
are these fixed?
These are not. I don't think they are.
Because that would explain why the joins are okay if they're fixed.
So that's the color. And this is from my deep stash. Talia and I went with my husband and Davina to a Christmas fest 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Oh heavens, this is back when we first started knitting.
We
weren't even knitting at that point. We were crocheting.
We were crocheting, and we didn't
I
have
might have been knitting.
We didn't have any nice yarn. All we had was acrylic. So this was the first nice yarn I picked up. It's alpaca. I didn't know what to do with alpaca. I didn't know about superwash. I didn't know any of that stuff. I just picked it up. So
You're like pretty.
yeah, it was pretty. It's been in my stash forever because I didn't know what to do with it. So it's very light, surprisingly. I think this is a sport weight. I thought it was worsted, but I think
Alpaca usually is pretty light.
it's a sport. Or
I
DK maybe?
believe it is a sport or DK.
So it's a very lightweight.
That's what mine was.
Okay. And I can't find, they don't make this particular one anymore, so I can't look it up. So I have like 3 skeins of this, and I'm just going to keep knitting this until I finish the skeins because I want to use it all. If I don't use it all, Talia will get some for her blanket if she can use it.
Yeah, I'm using it.
But and this is a fun pattern. It's relatively simple. I'm enjoying watching the different constructions for different simple patterns because I have ideas in my head. I just need to get more comfortable in thinking back and stuff. Because like Talia sees in 3D and I see in 2D, so when I see a pattern that I want to design, it's easier for me to maybe put it together as a knit than it is to put it together as a crochet. Because crochet has all the different size stitches and knitting doesn't have that. So yeah, not to say that knitting design is easy. I haven't tried it yet. I'm just saying that it's
a different brain pattern.
Yeah, and I think that it might be easier for me because I've always liked doing things with geometric shapes and things. So maybe that'll work for me. I never have. So that's good. All right.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The yarn is Bella Sarah's Knitting Basket yarn, sport weight in Northern Lights colorway.
So my next one is this is Kay's Fault Mitered Square Blanket. This is my Scrap Sport, DK, and worsted weight yarns. And I know someone asked on YouTube where the pattern's from. It's not actually a pattern. If you're a patron member of Bakery Bears podcast, you have access to their tutorial videos, and she has a video on how she does her mitered square blanket. It's a recipe, really.
And she tells you how to make the square and then how to do the attaching
both up and down.
Up and down. I didn't get that far, but I actually made the square, and if Kay can get me to make a square and understand it, you know that it's clearly done.
Yes.
Because I asked Talia, I have a hard time with patterns and directions. I have to see it and do it and have somebody else show me and all kinds of stuff. So she's very clear.
Yes, she is. And so this has been a plop.
Yes, a plop. Project in long-term, ongoing progress. I'm having too much fun with that.
I actually finished this square on the podcast last week, but I don't think I really focused on what it looked like when it was done.
And that's the Oriental carpet.
This is the Oriental carpet. Let's attach that stitch marker. There we go.
And the reason I know that's because it's one I dyed.
Yes. This is another one of Mom's dyed ones.
I forget what that one is.
And as is this one. As is this one here.
I have to check my names for these things. I don't know what they are.
These two are the next two I have to go. And then I generally like to keep Mom's yarns in the center of the blankets. So, like in a center line. Everyone else's are kind of on the edges. So I am currently rolling up yarns. These are yarns I got from Australia from a swap with someone in the Bakery Bears patron group.
Is she a part of our group?
Yeah.
You should invite her.
I don't know what her Rav name is.
Oh, maybe she's not. Maybe she doesn't do. Well, she must do Ravelry if she's in the patrons group, right? Maybe not. Maybe they don't have to be part of Ravelry.
I don't think they have to be. So this was yarn I got from Australia. This one's flecky. I had to control myself and not be picking out all the little flecks.
She's mean to little flecks.
The little flecks annoy me. But, yes. So this is, stitch marker to this one. This gets worked on when we're watching Gunsmoke at night.
Which won't be very long. We're getting to the end of the season.
Yeah, whatever will be next. I know my rawhide is up for...
Possible. We like our westerns, among other things.
I think that's it for this one.
Okay. All right, my next one is my floating on air baby blanket. Where's my bag?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is. In my Stitched by Mimi bag. I love this bag too. I love my bags. Never can have enough bags there. Never.
And you can't see the bag that my blanket's in because it's on the floor and I don't feel like moving it. It's my Batgirl Paw Blue.
T. I love this bag. And who was it?
This one's actually a tea bag.
Yes. On, not that you stick in a cup though, although it's shaped like one kind of. Somebody on the YouTube group, on the YouTube thread, said something. Who was it? I don't know if it was Kelly or somebody else. Somebody said, no, it wasn't Kelly. It was one of the last ones who posted. Said that this reminded, I think it was Kelly. Maybe it was on the RAV group. I don't know. Anyway, somebody said that this reminded them of chenille.
I think it was on the RAV group, and I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember who it was. And now that I think about it, I think she's right. This does remind me of chenille.
I wish it showed the pattern better because, I mean, I can kind of see it. But I have a hate relationship with that yarn. I just hate it. I think the pattern would be beautiful. I think this yarn is just a horrible yarn.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try a different yarn. I don't mind the yarn, but it doesn't show the pattern really well. And I did a couple rows on this. I was trying to make it more difficult than I had to. I was obviously tired when I did it. I had to take back a little bit, but I did, and I made a little progress. I think I did 2 rows or 3 rows. I did 2 rows this morning, or 1.5 or something like that. So it's growing a little bit, and you can't really see any pattern because it's so fuzzy. But
it's not even it's fuzzy. It just has no form.
It's very, very drapey, and it's very soft and warm. This will be a nice winter blanket for a baby. And it's going to go to the pregnancy center. I don't think I'll make the green one. I might put the green one up for grabs.
If you did like the green one in a garter stitch, it wouldn't matter as much. You're trying to do a pattern.
Yeah.
And it's hiding the pattern.
Well, I could do kind of like Kay did with her shawl and do like, say, okay, I'm going to do garter stitch, a certain amount on each side and on the bottom and on the top. And then just do, I can do straight garter through the middle, or I can do garter and then stockinette, garter, or something like that. I wonder what it would look like if I did through the front loops, I mean, garter stitch normal, and then through the back loops. Would it look any different to do a twisted stitch?
It might not for this yarn.
Yeah, I would just
This yarn is very,
I might just do, like
unfriendly.
I might just do garter stitch.
Then you can zip it out. It'd be comfortable. It'd be, because this is just not doing that pattern justice.
Yeah, it's not, but, I have to do this, and I picked up another baby pattern that came up by her. I think it's by her. This is by 5410 Studio, the Brookside Baby Blanket. Lear posted another one of her free patterns, and it's beautiful. But I'm not going to do it in this kind of yarn.
No, because you just can't see it, and it's not the designer's fault. It's
no,
not
it's
the
not.
knitter's fault. It's just the yarn.
This has nothing to do with 5410 Design Studio. It's just the yarn. I think it'll be very good. I think the people who get this will like it because it's soft and warm, but they're not going to get the full effect of the pattern, which is sad. So, but I like it. The yarn is, let's see, the yarn is Bernat Blanket Solids, and it's vintage white. I thought it would hold up a little better the design, but it didn't. So, I'm not too happy about that. But I'll finish it, I think. As the person said, unless it bothers my hands.
Right.
But it's all right for now.
So my next project is in my Autism Awareness bag, and it's the least Autism Awareness-y project I could possibly have in this bag. This is Chocolate Hug.
Oh, right.
Which is the Reader's Wrap pattern by Lisa Carnahan. And I'm using Knit Picks Brava Bulky in the colorway Sienna. And if you're familiar with Knit Picks colors, you already know that this is just not an Autism Awareness colorway. Just by the colorway name. Sienna is one of their browns.
It's very pretty.
Oh yeah, and I think it's good for this pattern.
I love the depth of the color in this. It's just so rich.
Oh, I love the rich browns.
Yeah, I do too.
So
it reminds me of a prayer shawl.
Yeah, I mean it's a similar idea. You know, it's just gonna be. It's going to look like an oversized scarf with a, well,
you know, the phylacteries and stuff like that they show when they show the religious movies, like Moses or whatever, well, not Moses, but Jesus of Nazareth or something.
I hear Tevye in my head saying, oh, he's supposed to wear a little prayer shawl.
Yes, Tevye, exactly. And
although that has tassels.
They do have tassels, but I'm talking about is this reminds me of the design on the side.
Yeah.
So.
But that's what I thought was Tevye.
Yeah, Tevye. Oh, I love Fiddler on the Roof.
But yes, this is being, you think it'd go faster, considering the fact this is bulky weight yarn on, I think it's US.
Those are only 10s or something.
9s.
Yeah.
But the thing is also, you got to work on stuff for it to grow.
That's the way it works.
Um,
I would love to know about the gremlins who do all of Megan's sweaters.
oh my gosh, yes.
Where is my pen?
The other one, yes, it is. Which one is the daughter of
That's
Amy?
Amy.
Amy knocks him out too.
Amy
It's like
and
you
Megan.
turn around, and she coughs, and there's a sweater.
And they crack me up because Amy does everything, just so, and Megan's like, oh, that doesn't work, I'll do this. Oh, I'll do that.
Oh, my man, I yarn. It's short sleeve now.
Yeah, it's short sleeve now. It'll have one sleeve, and now let's do my.
And we're talking about stockinette zombies.
They're wonderful.
And the brunette
Is Amy.
and she is
Anne Brody's daughter.
Anne's daughter, the one who does Silver Shed.
Our lovely bags that we love so much, the Silver Shed USA bags. And the stockinette zombies, they probably don't know we exist. I think they're both in our group, but they are so busy they don't watch us probably. But they crack me up.
Oh my gosh!
They just
I
do.
mean, I do remember when Anne started making bags. From
Yes,
watching
I
that.
do,
I just
yeah.
didn't register it was Anne.
No, I
until
didn't
later.
either. I didn't realize it was Anne. I didn't connect Anne with
Silver Shed.
Silver Shed. I didn't connect Silver Shed with Amy.
Yeah.
It was just, and then it's like, okay, wow, that's.
And it was like doing. Because I used to watch Stockinette Zombies. I don't keep up very well with any of my podcasts. I need to do better.
I'm working on it, and I know I'm a couple behind on them
But
right now.
that used to be like the first one I watched.
I love them. They make me laugh. If I need to laugh, I like to watch them because they're so laid back, and they're so they got the cat that kind of does his thing, and they sit there and they talk about this, that, and the other.
Yeah, that
thing.
cat's basically a co-host. He's
so
always
funny.
there.
He's funny. He just kind of looks at him, But Megan with her sweaters, just I mean, I think it'll be. And I know we're taking her name in vain because we're exaggerating. Okay, everything we say about Megan and Amy is exaggerated
To the nth degree.
because we're just making a point. We love them. They're super knitters.
Oh, they're awesome.
Absolutely fantastic.
Like I said, they cough and there's a sweater there.
or socks or whatever.
I usually think sweaters with them.
I really want to challenge Amy to make a crocheted toy. Because she does knitted toys.
She does. She
does
did do a
sometimes.
crochet
She
toy.
doesn't
She
like
doesn't
to.
like
She
to.
doesn't like to.
And she,
I want to crochet Megan. I want Megan to crochet something. Except
I don't
afraid
think she
I don't think
crochets.
she crochets. Even a chain. That's what I said to Lala. Just a chain.
Anyway, complete.
Yes. Ooh, there we go. Yes, we're rambling or waffling, as they say.
Yes.
Waffling. It's my turn or yours?
It's your turn.
Okay. That waffle leads into Festus. In my
As all waffles rightfully should.
into Festus. Yes. Yes. As long as it doesn't cost him anything.
Yes.
And of course, it can't lead to anything, Miss Kitty. Okay. Anyway, this
Can't involve any work either.
no. Although he's not averse to working if he wants to.
But it's easier to take the money to find the guy to stable the
yeah,
horse.
Yeah. Well, he's got Festus is just Festus.
Even though he's getting paid to stable the horse.
Okay, let me see here. That was pretty good natured about it. Too bad it's such a jerk.
And we're referencing Gunsmoke, after
Last
which
night. This owl is named after Festus Hagen. He is a Hagen. I must think of a story for him.
Yes, you will.
Okay, this is the body has been made as it has.
That
been.
means you got a scrapper owl there.
Yes, I do. And this is the head and the beak. Oops. There we go. And I have, whoops. There's a bunny. I don't have.
I'm out of tea.
I have a little that's cold. And I worked on the wing, but I think that's why I have this on today, because I did a little too much on the crochet. I want to thank the people who asked me, or who made a comment on the thread about my braces being off. I am feeling quite a bit better, but I still can't overdo it with my hands. And if I do, or if the weather starts acting up, it gets cranky. So I was only able to do a little bit. I was hoping to finish Festus this week, but
And also, it was a short week.
it was a short week.
You
But-
guys will probably be surprised when you see it pop up. You'll be like, wait a second.
Yeah, Festus is, I love the owls. You know I love the owls. And I don't really know if I want to let this go where it's supposed to go. But this is a Franciscan Gypsy design. This is York the Owl,
Yep.
which I have given to 2 people this week.
I noticed that.
Because I'm going to take over the world one owl at a time. I am.
And I know I've gotten a message about one of my testers. I believe they wanted no, they wanted Brat. I'll take a look at the notes.
I don't know. But anyway, I tend to give Taya's patterns to people. So this is, I love this. The owl is probably my favorite, even though Patches comes in probably a close second.
Mm-hmm.
This, it's a wonderful pattern. It's an easy pattern if you're a first-time crocheter or a first-time toy maker or first-time crochet color work. Really good pattern to do. Very clear pattern. I know because I had to tech edit. So, as long as test.
Oh, hey guys, if you want to get Bruce the Bat on sale, the sale's still up. It's up until, I think I said the end of the month.
Yeah, I think you said...
Take a look on the project, on the pattern page. It'll give you the pertinent details. It's half off with the code TEAMBAT.
Yeah, and that's a good sale, so... Okay.
So if you kind of want to crochet a bat with the Batman Superman movie coming up.
Okay, and what I'm doing for this Festus the Owl is I'm using a 3.0 millimeter hook, which I didn't know existed. It's between a C and a D, which apparently is perfect for me for that particular yarn because there's no holes. I'm using Knit Pick Bravo Sport in Tide Pool Cream and Black and Miss Babsy What a Skein in the Biker Chip Babette. And I'm going to show this one more time. I know you guys have seen this a million times, but if you're new to the podcast, these are indie yarns I'm using, except for the Knit Picks. And this is Brat, okay? And this is the same yarn in the same colorway. And this is York. This is the other half.
Well, my socks are slightly different.
But this is not slightly different.
No,
this is a lot. If I had socks like this, they would look like two different socks.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe this is a gradient multi or gradient ombre or whatever that's called. Because it seems to be going like that, but if you look at the yarn, it seems to be going back toward the gray again. So it's kind of an interesting way that she dyed that particular skein of yarn. I just found it quite interesting and amusing. And since I'm not making clothing out of it, it doesn't matter. It'd be nice in the shawl because it would look very, kind of cascading effect, kind of up and down.
You should look and see what other people's shawls looked like in it.
If they did it, yeah.
Although also it could be a difference between.
Oh yeah, because indie yarns, even when I think the recipe is really, right spot on, I think it's really hard to get it exact just by the way you put the yarn in.
Yeah.
I'm finding that even when I put stuff in with my little dabblings into dyeing, that if I were to make the same yarn twice, it's not going to look the same.
Yeah.
So.
Not exactly the same.
Not exactly the same.
So next one for me is, well, since we're talking about owls anyway, in my little turtle ploverbird bag.
This is mine.
No, it's not.
Mine.
You can wish all you want.
Mine.
This is Mithril.
I have to have all the owls.
York the Owl, designed by me. And I'm using undead yarn in the base Cemetery in the colorway Smog's Treasure.
Cemetery base?
Yeah.
This base?
Yeah.
Cemetery.
Okay. It's DK weight.
Okay.
That
is that what was placed with? Oh, okay. If it's sport, that's.
I can't remember if it's DK or sport.
Because DK was werewolf.
Yeah, but werewolf is in.
Is gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if she changed the.
I think Cemetery's the new one.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember. But this base is Cemetery, and it's Smog's Treasure. Here's the head. And it's this pretty, like, goldish, like this old gold color. I know the body's in here. There it is. Yeah, I think that's all.
Matches your bag.
And I have a little bit of wing in there, but it's not enough to really show. The bag fell. So
cute.
Owl body, owl head, and first owl wing.
I think she's a little ahead of me.
Well, you finished the beak though, which I have not.
Yeah. You have one wing done though.
I have one wing done, and I'm working on the second one.
I just can't go as fast. I mean, normally I could. Before I hurt myself, I could do one of these toys in a couple days.
And if I was really focusing on this owl, I finished the design in less than, I think it was about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or less than. And the second one I knocked out very quickly too.
Yeah, it's not a hard problem.
Actually, we were about to leave on retreat, and I finished the first one right before we left.
Okay, my next one is the Very Berry Baby Hat. And I was talking to Sue, who is Family Diva,
Yeah, we all do that occasionally.
Yeah. In fact, I owe her a message. Where is my pen?
That I do not
I
know.
lost my pen. I can't write Sue down if I don't have a pen. All right. Anyway,
There's my hook.
you just have to remember to write her down. I was talking
You
to her,
expect me to remember
and
something?
she was saying that this might be a little open, and I agree with her. I probably won't do just a bulky in this size loom again. I will probably do the double worsted. I'm not sure what size it actually is. I have to measure between the pegs.
Oh, that's how you tell what size it is?
I think so. And the loom knitters like Mom Cook?
Mom Cook.
Mom Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I can't find my pen. I'm going to forget these people. Mom Cook, she does a lot of loom knitting and loom designing. She could probably tell me for sure, but I think that's how you measure it. Anyway, I decided to go ahead with this one regardless because I figure summer's coming up and a little bit of an openness to the hat won't be a problem for the baby. But I think from now on these looms that Talia gave me, until I get smaller ones, I will be doing a double worsted instead of a single bulky because I'm caught on this. Let me see here. So you can see
It's a little bit open.
it's a little bit open, like a mesh almost, even where it's starting to curl up. So it's not, I mean, it's not a big deal, but if they were going to wear it in a cooler weather, I would want them to have a heavier hat, a more dense hat. And this is in my, this is Kiki Boo as well, isn't it?
That is Kiki Boo.
Kiki Boo bag that Talia got me for Christmas the same year Davina got me the owl bag, I believe. Is that right?
I can't remember.
Okay, but anyway, I love this. It has owls.
You got it not for Christmas, though.
I got it not for Christmas. It was an un-Christmas because I spilled something on my other bag. So, I like this a lot. All right, your turn.
Okay, so, you can probably look for your pen well.
I don't know where it went.
Did you put it in the owl bag?
Why would I do that?
In Festus's bag? Did Festus steal your
He
pen?
might have. He's been known to do things. It's not a level. Maybe he thought it was a level.
Maybe that is a little. So, the next one that I worked on is Icy Fire, which is a Neapolitan pattern by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. Using
No, her name is not K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. It's K.F. Jones who's Bryony Bears.
Yes.
But she is a Bakery Bears fame.
I am using Neighborhood Fiber Company in basic the base rustic fingering in the colorways Eastern Market, which is red orange, Del Rey, which is the yellow orange, and Penn North, which is yellow. So this is some deep stash from Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival.
That's really pretty.
So I believe this is section 3 that I'm in now. So
I forgot to get my yarn down. I was going to show them mine.
let me. It's curling a little bit just because it's fingering weight and it's.
Oh, isn't that pretty? Very nice.
So the part with the first color is done. We're headed into the part where the second color goes for a while, and then I'll be switching back and forth between third and second color.
You carrying it like you do on the forest floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which makes it very simple. But I really like how that's working out. It's very different than everyone else's because everyone else is just doing either pastel-y colors or like Neapolitan colors or basically any colors but these colors.
I wanted to show mine, but I can't get out to do it, so I'll have to show you mine. I was going to do it, and I just got so caught up in getting the show notes amended because I was having a conversation with.
Right, Mama. Right, Mama.
I don't have. Okay,
Really
thank you.
quickly. I need that pen back though.
Mom, Cook, and who's the other one?
That's
Sue.
all. Yeah.
I was having a conversation with Amy, who is donating the pattern for the Autism Awareness. She's Miss World. And I was doing that right at the edge. She was giving me the information for the prize and for the coupon and everything right toward the end there. I was talking about that. So everything got pushed aside a little bit, and I forgot to get my yarn out to show you the yarn I want to use for that shawl.
Oh, that bag is a Stitch by Mimi bag.
Definitely is. We have some lovely bags.
Yes, it's a really pretty bag and matches that project nicely.
Yes.
Your
Okay.
turn.
Mine. Okay. This is my trying something different square. It's I don't know what the pattern is. It's kind of a
It was a free.
it's a free pattern, but it didn't have a name really, so it's just a square. I think it's called a mitered square.
I think it is called a mitered square, but it increases.
It increases and it doesn't stop increasing. And I did quite a bit of work, and then I put it aside because I wanted to get my weight done. These needles have been driving me nuts. These are Chai-Goos, but they're not the red lace. And I like them, but it is getting bigger.
Okay, and it's actually, you're getting close. You're
Yeah, see,
almost
there's the
there.
square. It's about, I'd say it's about 6 or 8 inches. I have a little bit ways to go yet. And I probably will edge this with crochet just to make sure it stays. I might edge this with crochet, depending on how steady this part right here is.
Yeah.
But it's working out really. Actually, it looks a lot prettier looking at it in the camera than it looks when I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of pretty. And I'm just playing with this. I doubt that I will make squares to make a blanket. I just don't do that, no matter how hard I try. But this is just yarn I have in my stash. This is acrylic. I think it's, I'm looking at my notes. That's why I'm looking away. It is Hobby Lobby. I love this yard print, I think. And I don't know what the colorway is. Maybe some kind of berry or something. And it's got purples and lavenders and kind of mauve-y gold and also red, wine kind of color. It's really pretty. And I don't know why I got this to begin with. I think for squares, for Anastasia when she did, because it's all the purples.
Yeah.
For Anastasia's, not autism,
Alzheimer's.
So I am enjoying that. It's fun. I have to work on that a little bit. This is what I do when I think I'm going to have to put something down. Well, you know, this is only a few rows, so I can put it down, not worry about it. And this is in my. This is also a USA Silver Shed USA bag by Ann Brody, and I won this one from Turbo Knitter for one of his. I think it was one of his FO things. One of his FO things. This and the skein of yarn that I gave to Talia. But I'm loving the bag and I'm loving the project, and I'm having fun with it. So that's that.
My last one is in my Mama C Tudor bag. And this is Crimson Sky, which is the Drake and pattern by Ninja Chickens. I'm using Miss Babs Tart in the colorway Electric Turquoise and Knit Picks Capretta in the colorway Wine.
Spicy Homemaker says they make a lot of shawls. I think it was Spicy Homemaker.
The funny thing is, until the past year, I made one shawl.
Yeah, I've always made a lot of shawls and toys. That's what we do, a lot of shawls and toys. We make sweaters too, but
Let me think. Yeah, it's this way. So
that's so pretty.
There we go.
You're showing the wrong side.
No, this is the right
you're
side.
showing the right side, yeah.
You're looking.
I just can't see the stitches. I just
this
can't see
is
the
on the
stitches.
back.
Yeah, I could just see the design.
So.
I mean, you could wear it either way.
Yeah, but it's
But that's the
prettier.
prettier side that way. I am so in awe of Ninja Chicken's talent.
Oh my gosh,
it is
yeah.
absolutely amazing.
And look at that. That's a Ninja Chicken's design. I'm not sure if I said that.
Yeah, it is beautiful. She is very, very talented and very approachable.
And it's actually, I think the shawl actually goes this direction.
Yeah, I think you're right. That makes sense.
So we're building.
Very, very nice.
It's very awesome.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure because it gets bigger as it goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course it does.
So we're just used to seeing it the other direction, but I think it grows like this.
I don't know. I can't judge because I'm not making it. So
So
that's very pretty. It looks like it has increases on both sides. Is that right?
there's 2 sets of increases.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh my.
We're not giving anything away.
No.
I just, yeah.
Just by telling that, you could not give anything away about this pattern. It's too complex for that.
Well, even if it was a simple pattern, you couldn't give anything away for that.
But yes.
Okay.
This usually gets about 2 rows done at a time.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Do you have any royalties?
I do not.
FOs? We have none. We have been lax. Okay, author obsessions? Or do you want to say something about baby hats? Or
We're still accepting baby hats.
baby hats, baby blankets, baby booties, baby anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it, baby hats for real small babies, they might go to the hospital, but any size for like babies till we say 2 years or something like that.
I think it's 2 years.
And if you do blankets or booties or sets or anything like that, they'd go to the pregnancy center.
We need to make a delivery.
Yeah, we need to make a delivery. We've been saying that, but it's just been so hectic over here. We'll probably do it after Easter.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have, I wrote 120, not 127, over 1,200 words to the shared story. And no, I'm not near finished yet because it's taking a while. I have to do reaction before I can do original stuff. So it's fun. I'm enjoying it. We're moving along with that. I would like to do some original writing, but I just can't find the time to focus. What about you?
Did some reading of Queen Isabella. Getting close, and you got to take into account also bibliography is a significant portion of this. Still bibliography.
Oh, is that Alison Weir?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's really good about bibliography. So there. Oops, no, still. Okay. A good half of what's left is bibliography.
Wow.
So,
cool.
Yeah. So I'm very close. I need to finish this so I can go back to reading King John in Time for the Bakery Bears, starting their favorite places to knit that focuses on the Plantagenets.
Right. See, I'm going to be doing something, I hope, on on Goodreads. I have a book club that I've been lurking. It's a Catholic book club because I'm very sensitive to language and situations and stuff. So I'm trying to keep things that I don't have to worry about. So they're going to be doing St. Teresa of Avila, I think, and I think I'm going to read that, and I will let you know about that if I do.
I've been also I picked up a new podcast from Dad.
You interrupted me.
You said
Yes, I said that isn't.
What did you wish to say?
I wish to say that I'm still reading The Kingdom by Brian M. Lipton. And okay, now you can start.
Thank you.
And blah blah blah. You said
You're right.
You said you're right. Listen was holier than thou with her little tilted halo.
So I have been listening to Myths and Legends, and I've been sorry, I can't think. Binge listening to that while catching up on Ravelry.
I haven't got to do that yet. I do have it. We both picked up what? Myths and Legends.
Myths and Legends. I didn't do the one where they just read the legends.
Yeah, I picked up Myths and Legends, and there's one called Myths and Legends in Europe, and they actually read chapters of things, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I picked up Mike Rowe.
Yeah. Mike Rowe had another one too.
And I picked up What You Missed in History Class. I picked up that because I didn't have any of those because my iTunes said I didn't have iTunes. I had to update it. So I never update iTunes. Every time I do that, it messes me up.
Myths and Legends, Norse mythology is weird.
Yeah, I didn't pick up the Norse one. Is that just
no?
The
It's
other
part of, like they'll cover all different kinds of myths and legends. And the couple that have been Norse, they've just been weird.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, we used to see a little bit of that in my friend Paul's when he would write. We did Writer's Village. He would bring some of that in because I think he's from Denmark or Sweden or Norway. I forget which one because he got married. He went to one of the other ones because his wife was from somewhere else. So anyway,
That's it for me.
We do have. I wanted to talk about a new podcast you might take a look at. Rose Bob, who is a part of our PHN family, introduced me. She invited me to the Crafter Noon Treats podcast. It's a mouthful. Crafter Noon Treats podcast with Crafter Noon Treats, who is Catherine, and she's from Yorkshire, and she's got a lovely accent, and she's very fun to watch. It's her first podcast. She's only got about 15-20 members right now. If you are looking for a new podcast to watch, she's fairly short. She's about an hour. I guess that's not really short for one person, but the time goes fairly quickly. She talks about all kinds of things. It seems like she's predominantly a crocheter, which was like, wow. I mean, I wish she had been podcasting when that was me. I mean, I'm still at heart probably predominantly a crocheter, but that's not going to be my thing anymore because I can't. But I still enjoy watching it. She does shawls and she does blankets and she does the most beautiful crochet bags. I think she lines them, but they stand up, and some of them are beaded, and I think she's going to be really interesting. If you want to check her out, you should. I think you'd enjoy her. And like I said, she's from Yorkshire, UK, which means she's, I think, near the Bakery Bears. I mean, she said there's a 4-hour area in the Yorkshire. That's the biggest area. But she might be close to the Bakery Bears.
She could be. There is the potential for that.
There is the potential for that. She does have a couple of Facebook pages and a blog, so she's not a newbie to the craft, but she's a newbie to podcasting. So it might be fun for everybody to welcome her to the podcasting world. I also wanted to mention Packy Knits. Well, first I wanted to thank Spicy Homemaker from the Spicy Homemaker podcast for her mention, and Packy Knits 1 from the Packy Knits Design podcast for mentioning us on her podcast, and Heidi, Knitty Girl from Undead Yarn, for mentioning us. And I wanted to mention that Packy Knits, I wanted to mention this when we were talking about alongs before. She's doing something having to do, I don't know if it's called Summer Bright something or Bright Color or something or other. She's doing it along that's all bright colors, and I'm not really sure of the of all the ins and outs of it, because she decided on the spot to do it. It was like, I want to do bright colors, it'll start now. So if you want the all the details, you need to go to the Packy Knits Design group to check that out and see what it is all about. I think it has to do with the sun coming out finally after the winter or something like that. It sounds like a fun thing, and if it's bright colors, all our Autism Awareness stuff should be able to double dip if it's okay with her.
Yes.
So that's that. We do want to thank all the people who YouTube commented. Barbara Fessler, who did that last week for our last podcast, she commented like between the time we had the podcast and it went up. So I missed her. And Tilly Trout, Stevie Counts, Stacy Archer, Victorian Studio, Yarnaceuticals, Susie Cusey. We haven't seen you in a while, Susie. We missed you. Kelly Dang, and Rhonda Wise. And she was the one I was talking about who wanted to know about your patterns, about the toy patterns. Yes, Rhonda, they're mostly Talia's patterns. I did answer it on the YouTube thread, but in case you haven't seen it yet, about 98% of the toys that we make are Talia's.
Yes, so most of the ones you see back there.
Right. I do an occasional one that isn't if somebody gives it to me, or if I find something I just have to do. But most of the time, the toys that we are making are Franciscan Gypsy designs, including York the Owl. Okay, so I think that's about it.
Yeah, I feel like I might have a bloody nose coming, so we better
so we need to close this. We want to thank you all for spending time with us here in the PHN Fun Woman Cave, and we hope you have a very blessed Easter if you celebrate. I think Purim is coming up if you are of that faith, so have a wonderful holiday for that as well. And we want to wish you a week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy, and we hope to see you next week. This is the Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 199, and that's a wrap.